Hey guys, it's Hakeem here, back with some more Magic. Today I'm going to be playing the Boros Aura deck. The reason I'm playing it again, I've updated it because of the new DLC. Anyway, let's look at our hand. We've got a gate and a land. We've got 2 mana. We've got 2/2/2 drops. 2/2/2 drops. Yeah, that makes sense. We have 2/2 drops, and we have a Nimbus Wings plus a Banisher Priest and a Stormbreath for later. I think this is good enough on the play, so we'll stick the gate into play. I'm going to lead with True Fire because he represents a lot of damage and he has Vigilance, and then I'm going to follow it up with Sigil Paladin because the Exalted will give me a 3/3 Vigilant swinging on the next turn. So that's a pretty strong start. We'll see our opponent rode 48 Rage. Just started off with a Swamp, picked up an Ordeal, which is pretty good. But we're just going to, like I said, get the True Fire Paladin into play. So with the new DLC, we had Ethereal Armor come out. It just costs 1 white mana, and the enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control and has first strike. So I put in all 4 of those. I cut out the 2 Wrecking Ogres, I cut out the Armored Ascension, and I cut out a land since I cut out the heavy drops here. So now, didn't pick up a land, but I think I may, I'll go for the Exalted trigger here and get an extra point of damage through. I want to develop the board a little further before I start slapping enchantments on stuff, so we'll get in for 3 Vigilant damage here. And our opponent still has played a second Swamp and not done anything. How many cards is he playing? I didn't even check. I normally do. Yeah, he's on 60 because he's got 58 plus the 2. So now he's got 3 Swamps in play. Looks pretty solid, like a mono black deck, unless he just made a bad keep and is looking for another color. He's playing Tribute to Hunger. So honestly, I'm going to get rid of the first strike guy here because I like the Vigilance and I like the you know, the somewhat fire breathing of this guy. But he picks up 2 life because of that. And since we know now he's playing Tribute, I'm definitely not going to load up a single creature for sure, so I'm just going to swing for 2 here while I can. Not getting lucky enough to pick up a 3rd land. I did trim 1, like I said, but I'm still playing 23 in the deck. But I kept a 2-lander on the play, so this was kind of a risk that I made keeping it. But we've got 2 True Fire Paladins on the field here now. 2 enchantments in hand and a 3rd land, any 3rd land, except for a gate. And we've got another Tribute to Hunger coming, so there's only 3 that he could possibly run. So I don't know if it's time to start loading up an enchantment here or not. See if we can pick up the land though and get Brimaz into play. We don't, so I'm just going to swing for 2 again and get the hero into play. But he's fogging all my attacks here, so he's, you know, if he's building up to a late game, then he's doing a semi-decent job of it, but he's missing a few drops as well. So anyway, like I say, we'll just get the second creature into play. And if he doesn't kill one of them, then I'll probably load up the... will I load up this guy? I don't know. He's got the 3rd Tribute to Hunger. This is pretty ridiculous. So, I mean, Hero's got a bunch of upside. He gets a hell of a lot bigger than Paladin does, but Paladin has the fire breathing. But I'm going to keep the Hero because he's a little bit stronger. And I've got 2 enchantments now. So 3 tributes in a row, which is pretty insane. Picked up the 3rd land now. So again, I'm just going to attack for 2. I'm going to put the Brimaz down. I'm not going to start enchanting stuff until later on, but that's pretty insane right there. Anyway, get in for 2 and drop the King of Oreskos himself. Brimaz, but Road Rage hasn't hit a land drop in a few turns, so I mean, you know, if his plan was to play early game removal, I don't know if you call it a 3-mana Edict early game removal, but anyway, and now we picked up a Rabble Master. So I think with the lack of, you know, board sweepers in mono black, I'm probably just going to jam the Rabble Master and try to aggro him out rather than you know, do the enchantment thing quite yet. So Rabble Master will come in, generate us a token, and we will swing for 6, plus we get a Brimaz token. And Planeswalker has taken over the game because apparently this is too much for Triple Tribute to handle. I don't know what kind of keep he made, you know. But anyways, we'll get in for that much, take him down to 10, and most likely just kill him next turn. He's playing Vicious Hunger, going to kill the Rabble Master. So now he's got 1 mana open. Could have an Ulcerate, I suppose. That would cost him 3 life. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3 from the extra Brimaz token, 6, 7, 8. So we can Nimbus Wings. I'm going to Nimbus Wings here in case of Ulcerate. Not that it really matters. And I will still Ordeal here. And put that on there. And let's swing. Probably just dead. Didn't do the math. No, he's down to 1. He is down to 1. And yeah, that's a pretty quick game against Planeswalker, triple tribute, and Vicious Hunger. So he's playing mono black removal, I guess. I don't know. The black removal in this game isn't the hottest. But anyway, we'll just jam the X button and try to find somebody who's actually playing. Okay, well there we go. In for a ton. Didn't get to see Ethereal Armor. It's too bad. It's pretty good in this deck. I've been been testing it a little bit. Obviously, it's going to be good here with the amount of enchantments, the Ordeals, and the Nimbus Wings, and things like that. So yeah, that was mono black removal. See if we can find somebody else. Nobody in the custom lobbies. 2-player. Let's see if somebody jumps in. My wife is going out tonight, and I just got home from work. I have about a half-hour window if I want to get an episode out tonight. So hopefully, I can find a second game here. Here we go. Let's thank you for showing up, Alan. Whatever your second part was. I saw an 85 there. Happy Silverware. Just played him in a couple of games actually while I was waiting for my wife to get off work. I can't record while she's down here with 6 screaming kids running around. So once they all went home, I got to sneak into the man den and start recording. So let's look at the opening hand. Here's Ethereal Armor. Yeah, nice and pretty, but we've only got 1 land, so we got to ship it back. A lot of nice cards in here, though. Now we're looking at a 2-lander again. Excuse me, again on the play. We've got a couple of nice 2-drops and an Ethereal Armor, so gonna keep it and just play the gate and say go. So I think I'm gonna start with this guy because Hero has just a ton of upside. So it depends though. My opponent's playing green. You know, green doesn't have a whole lot of really good removal. Picked up a Wings, but I still think I'm going to start with this because he could be playing a second color. So until I'm fairly certain what he's playing, I want to hold back my bigger threat here. So let's just put the 2/2 first striking Exalted Dude into play. And let's see if he's playing mono green. He's representing it so far. Not sure if he is. He's playing the Jade Mage. So he's on some type of a token plan maybe, or maybe it's just, you know, he's playing mono green and there's no other good 2-drops to play. So for now, I really don't want to put Ethereal Armor on this guy because he already has first strike. I'd rather put the Wings here. So I think I will play Hero. Well, first I'm going to swing for 3. Maybe I just Banisher Priest that thing, because I think I can aggro him out pretty good. If I Banisher Priest that thing, he won't get to make any tokens. I mean, that can't be the line. So he's taking 3. I mean, do I get rid of a Jade Mage? I mean, if I've got a flying thing. I'm going to Banisher Priest that. I don't know, just before he starts making jump blockers. Just going to get rid of that. Now I got a 2/2. And if he's playing mono green, he's going to need some kind of prey upon and another creature to get rid of it. So now I've got, yeah, he's playing black, so could ulcerate. You know, he could tribute to hunger, and I may just give him back his Jade Mage. He's just going to take a turn off to cultivate. He's just going to take a turn off to cultivate. So let's see what we pick up here. Another Paladin. Well. I'm going to jam the Hero, though. I'm going to swing for 4. And I'm going to put Wings on the Hero because of the cost reduction. I'm just going to get him up to a 4/5 flyer right now. There we go. Heroic Trigger makes him a 3/3 and Wings makes him a 4/5 flyer. And let's pass it back over to Alan Correa, 85. Correa, I guess that's how you say that. He's up to 5 mana now. Could have an Arbor Colossus at this point, would be pretty scary. He's playing Creepy Doll though, not quite so scary. 5 mana, 1/1 indestructible, and when something deals combat damage to it, he flips a coin, yada yada. So I'm just going to put another Exalted Trigger into play. Question is he playing Flesh to Dust or similar removal? I mean, am I going to get punished for loading up Ethereal Armor on that. I mean, I've got 2 exalted triggers. If I cast it targeting hero, that'll be a heroic trigger. ++2/+2, so that's 3, 4, 5. That's, I mean, it's basically gonna kill him. So I'm gonna go for it. I don't know how wise it is. Like I said, if he's playing some type of, even assassinate, you know, some type of targeted black removal, I'd still have a semi-decent board though. So I'm just gonna take the triggers in the air and get them down to 4. And pass it back to him and see what he can come up with. I mean, we're playing against, I don't know, Cultivate into Creepy Doll. I guess that's what I'd call it. I have no idea what we're playing against. What else is he playing? He's got a Jade Mage underneath my Banisher Priest. Doesn't seem like there's a coherent strategy here. He's playing a Spectre, so, I mean, at least I can cast the Caracal, I guess. So, you know, I'm a few mana away from Stormbreath Dragon. I don't think it really matters, but he's got a flyer this time at the very least. But he's only got 2 blockers. He could have a Fog, I suppose, or some. I mean, even Titanic Growth doesn't really help him, so let's just jam the X button and get him for 4 off the edge at the very least. So he blocks the Banisher Priest. I'm sure he's going to block the first striking flying monstrosity, and there is 4. No spells. Damage effects, of course. I mean, at least he was running 60 cards, I suppose. I mean, that's the upside we can take from that game. How long? 11 minutes for 2 quick games. That is the that's the MO for this deck. So I guess I'll just try another custom game and see if I can get into one more. Nobody home in this game by the look of it. No, let's just back out and create our own match. Give it 10 seconds and then we'll hit the customs again. Yeah, Ethereal Armor's pretty bonkers here, I gotta say. There's, I don't want to play against the same guy. I'm sorry, dude. I pressed A like 30 seconds ago. Okay. No offense to you or your deck, but, wasn't that great? Okay, Biff78. Let's see if you got anything better for us. Alright, let's move into, hopefully, yeah, Biff starts the game. Okay. Let's move into a game against Biff. Just heard the hairdryer from upstairs. Means she's out of the shower. Timeline is on. Hopefully I can get this game in fairly quickly. Just me and the kiddies hanging out tonight. We picked up a copy of Hook on Blu-ray. I don't know if for you old folk. That's that old movie with Robin Williams, and I think Dustin Hoffman is the Captain Hook. I'm not really sure. Oh, I've got 1 threat and 2 enchantments, but I've got a God's Willing. But I'm on the draw. Not too thrilled with that hand, honestly. Here we've got a Truefire, a Mentor, and a Wings. That's a little bit better. Biff is playing 60 cards, and he starts with Jungle Shrine, which is the Naya Triland. So we will start with picked up another enchantment, but we'll start with the Plains and pass it back, and we're going to get this Truefire into play on the 2nd turn. And depending on what Biff does, we're going to put something on it. Maybe we'll drop the Mentor. Who knows what kind of strange things could happen. But he's starting off with a young Pyromancer. That's it's pretty fucking shitty for me. It's good for him. Excellent for him. Because I've only got Banisher Priests for removal. So, I mean, that thing's pretty much going to run hog wild against me. He could be playing, I guess, with the Jungle Shrine, he could be playing Naya tokens. He could be playing Boros tokens and just using Tri-lands rather than gates, just to, you know, just throw you off. But he could be playing with the green splash there. He could be playing Beastmaster Ascension in his deck. Which is pretty insane. So I think we're in for a bit of trouble against Pyromancer and Ravelmaster. Definitely in for a tough game. But Nimbus Wings on a... he's tapped out, so Nimbus Wings on my Truefire Paladin, it gives me a Vigilant Flyer that can sail over the top and at least clock him, you know, somewhat reasonably before he draws his nuts and kills me. So we'll see. I think that's the plan now, is just to get the Wings on here. We'll attach the Wings here. 3/4 Vigilant Flyer. It's pretty decent, and like I said, he's tapped out. So we're going to get to swing in the air every single turn for 3. Maybe more. You know, maybe more. depending on how our mana situation goes, if we can sink any mana into it or not. But for now, I'm just going to play the Caracal. I mean, 1 life could mean the difference. I'm not going to chump block a Goblin token just yet. I'm probably going to save it until he decides to finally swing with his Rabblemaster. But we'll see. He plays a Boros Gilgate here now. Now he's playing Krenkel's Command, so he's going to get the token from the Pyromancer. Then he's going to get 2 more, and then he's going to go into combat and get another one. So he's going pretty wide here now. And with the green, so obviously the Goblins are coming. The Goblin is coming. But, you know, just gonna... got the Vigilant Flyer here, so I get to sail over the top of him every single turn and block his stuff. So I think I'm actually going to put the Ordeal on here. I've got these first striking dudes. You know, perhaps that's the route to go. But the Ordeal makes my guy bigger every single turn, so I kind of want to start that process right now and do the first strikers later. So we'll hang an Ordeal on there. We'll swing for 4 and just start growing them. Also, getting on the fast track to the 10 life is going to be important if he doesn't draw. I mean, if he draws Beastmaster, then I mean, there's nothing I can do. But if he doesn't, then that extra 10 life is going to be pretty handy. Might help me, you know, win through a Trumpet Blast or something like that. He's playing Phantom General here now, so all his tokens are buffed up by +1/+1. So every turn, Rabblemaster is going to poop out a 2/2, which is a pretty big game. That means I'm going to want to drop a first striker into play next turn. Obviously, that can deter some of that. His Goblins are incoming. Not ready to chump block with the cat just yet. Not quite ready. He's coming with the Elemental token as well. For now, we'll just block here, get a first striker into play, and save the cat for when he finally turns that Rabblemaster sideways. But 6 is still a pretty big hit. You know, 6 is still a pretty big fucking hit to take. So, what do we pick up here? We pick up another land. So, right here, I'm going to get the first striker into play. And an Exalted Trigger, which actually is really good here. And I've got 2 mana that I'm going to sink in. So, I'm going to... He's in a bit of rough shape here in terms of how much damage I'm presenting to him. So I'm going to give it +2. Get it up to a 6/5. The Exalted Trigger is going to make it a 7/6. And then we get to an 8/7. So, because of the Ordeal. So we get him down to 5. We've got a first striker for his tokens, and we've got a lifelinker to just block some more damage and gain us 1 life. And if I don't die this turn, I'm going to gain 10 life. So Rabblemaster spits out another 2/2. He's got 7 dudes, but he didn't play a... he's coming with the house here now. So I'm just going to chump block the Rabblemaster. Here it is. He could have a Trumpet Blast or something. I'm going to... Trumpet Blast. Attacking creatures get +2/+0. So I'm going to take out the Phantom General. This is a bit risky. And then I'm going to stand in front of the Pyromancer. You know, hopefully this works out. We'll see though. We could have Inspired Charge, I guess. Let's see. He's paused the timer. The block I'm worried about is the True Fire on the Phantom General here. It's the one that's got me a little bit nervous. I don't mind losing my other creatures, but that True Fire is how I win the game. So we'll see. A Wrecking Ogre. Well, I certainly didn't put him on Wrecking Ogre. Not gonna lie. Does he kill me? I'm assuming that he does. That looks like 16 to me. I gained 1 life. Isn't still enough to get me? That's enough to get me, motherfucker. All right. Well, I thought I could clock him out there. I was 1 turn away from gaining the 10 life, but the Wrecking Ogre sealed the deal. It's pretty huge. You know, +3/+3 and double strike on a 2/2 goes from 2 to 10. So all right, that's today's games. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you for some more gameplay tomorrow.